Itty title. Why Nice People Are Often Disrespected. The psychology of self-respect tripped. Most people spend their entire lives trying to be liked. They become agreeable. They avoid conflict. They apologize too often. They sacrifice their own needs to make everyone else comfortable. And yet, they still feel invisible, ignored, taken for granted. Here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't always respect you because you're kind. More often, they respect the standards you set for yourself. And if you constantly lower those standards, the world, quietly, follows. Part 1. Every action teaches people how to treat you. Respect doesn't disappear overnight. It fades in small moments. Every time you say yes when you wanted to say no. Every time someone crosses a line and you pretend it didn't bother you. Every time you laugh at a joke that secretly hurt you without realizing it. You're teaching people something. You're teaching them what you'll tolerate. Psychologists call this behavioral modeling. People observe what you accept and assume it's acceptable. Your boundaries don't begin when you announce them. They begin when you enforce them. Part 2. Stop performing for approval. Many people spend years performing a version of themselves they think others will like. They change their opinions, their personality, even the way they speak. But authenticity has a strange power. People may not always agree with you, yet they'll trust you more when your actions match your identity. Confidence isn't speaking the loudest. Confidence is not changing who you are just to avoid rejection. The moment you stop chasing approval, you stop giving other people control over your self-worth. Part 3. Boundaries create respect. Here's something most people never realize. The first time you set a boundary, people may not like it. Why? Because you've interrupted the pattern. If someone has always had unlimited access to your time, your attention, or your emotional energy, they'll naturally resist losing it. That resistance doesn't always mean you're wrong. Sometimes, it simply means your boundary is working. Respect often begins where comfort ends. Part 4. The quiet power of emotional control. The strongest people rarely react immediately. When someone insults them, they don't rush to defend themselves. They pause, because reacting gives your emotions control. Responding gives you control. Sometimes the most powerful sentence in a difficult conversation isn't an argument. It's a question. What did you mean by that? Could you explain that? Calmness forces people to confront their own behavior. Silence often speaks louder than anger ever could. Respect doesn't begin when other people finally appreciate you. It begins the moment you decide that your peace, your time, and your dignity are no longer negotiable. Not everyone will like the new version of you. Some people benefited from the old one. That's okay. You weren't born to be accepted by everyone. You were born to become someone who doesn't abandon themselves for approval. Because real authority isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't seek validation. It simply refuses to compromise its own value. That is the power of silent authority. If this perspective changed the way you think, subscribe for more videos on psychology, discipline, and timeless wisdom. Until next time, stay calm, stay disciplined, stay silent, and let your actions speak louder than your words.